All right, Shalom Makyam. And we would like to start off by giving all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Hakadash. Double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of great millstone, rule well, and peace and blessed house there with the elect. All right, I'm Zahab, to my left.
Yashama.
All right.
And we're GMS, all right, Mississippi Camp. And this week, we just coming in with a lesson, going into the Matrix. Now, everyone knows about the movie series Matrix, which they had the new one come out, yesterday. It's on HBO Max. All right. And just watching it, not going to go into the details of the movie, but just the points, that I've seen is pretty much everyone that's outside of the truth is an extension of the matrix of Esau Edom. All right. Because from our youth up, we've been programmed to think and react a certain way, and at the end of the day, whenever we come out of the darkness into this light, we have been released, all right, from the matrix. So now we pretty much are looking at everyone react, all right, within the matrix, man, and we have to have that understanding, as we move forward in this ministry, man, especially for younger brothers, who just coming into the truth. You have to understand, you've been unplugged, because you go into, those little pods, all right, that Neo, when he first woke up, he was plugged in. He had all them, different connectors on him. He was plugged in to this system, and pretty much he was plugged into this thought process, man. But what we come to find out that this thing is all a matrix, man, and it gets deep, man. You got it, bro.
2 Corinthians 4:18.
Yep.
While we look not at the things which are seen,
yep,
but at the things which are not seen.
Mm-hmm.
For the things which are seen are temporal.
The things that are seen are temporal. Go ahead.
But the things which are not seen are eternal.
Are eternal. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, that was
it.
Yeah. Well, did you want me to go to 17?
Yes. Start 17.
Start 17.
Yep.
2 Corinthians 4:17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory.
Yeah, because when you unplug from the matrix, pretty much we have taken a stance against the status quo, because from people's birth, conception, until they die, what are they being programmed to be? Anti-Messiah. All right. This society pretty much programs you to be anti-Messiah. So when you come out of the matrix and become pro, all right, Messiah, pro Yahweh Shai, automatically you become an enemy, man. And everyone else is an agent, of Satan, man. Go ahead.
Verse 18 again. While we look not at the things which are seen,
yep,
but at the things which are not seen.
Yeah, because the things that we see, pretty much has been fabricated. Even things that we see on TV, especially, they're supposed to be reality. All right. Esau, he don't fake assassinations. He don't fake,
landings.
Yeah, he don't fake rappers dying.
Yeah.
The 9/11, all these different things, even things we can't, just speak on too much because of how censorship go. But there's a lot of things that Esau claim is history, but it's false, man. This is that, and see what happens is it controls the mindset of people, man. There's people that still, consider themselves African Americans based on what happened in the civil rights, man. There's people that still think voting is the way based on things that happened within civil rights, man.
And it was all scripted.
Yeah, they think marching is the way based on things what they seen, all right, during civil rights movement, man. There's people who have this delusion that we have made progress based on the civil rights, and different laws that was changed and integration. No, man, that was part of the matrix, man. All right, to what? To control the minds of the masses, man. You see? You got it, bro.
All right.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, yeah, get that Sirach 10:2. Because see, this is a society that's based on deception. All right. Esau Edom, he's nothing but a master of deception. That's why he's called the devil. All right. And the devil When you go into what the Spanish or the Latin, Diablos, what does it mean, man? Deceiver. You see? Go ahead.
Verse 2.
Yep.
Sirach 10:2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers.
Yep.
And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Yeah, so Esau Edom, you know, he's a master of deception. And when you deal with people in this society, you're dealing with pretty much amateur con artists, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because Esau, he's the master, he's the top warlock and witch. But you have this society that's full of just low-level warlocks and witches, man. A woman trying to manipulate your mind, that's witchcraft. Yeah, you got it.
No, that's literally classified as lesser witchcraft.
Yeah.
Lower witchcraft.
Yeah.
No.
Jake trying to manipulate your mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's a form of witchcraft, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And it's all within the matrix, and people, because Apostle Hart broke it down. All right. A con artist is not someone who just lies and swindles people, but they'll play a role to gain your trust.
Mm-hmm.
You see? They'll play a certain role for a particular time to gain your trust, man. And then they'll go with their move, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know? This is all a matrix. A woman act like a wife for a particular time,
mm-hmm.
you know, until she want to make her move. Even with Jake can act a certain way for a particular time because he'll manipulate, you know, Jake manipulate women too, just to get the box. The woman think that he on some long-term shit, but he just want the box. Then vice versa. The man think the woman on some long-term trying to build, but she just trying to snatch a bag, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Get some babies off of
Yeah, it's all a matrix because they present to you this false reality, man.
It's Machiavellian.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's an extension of their king. And the nature of Esau is like Machiavelli.
Yeah.
48 laws of power.
Yeah.
You know, how to get over on people.
Yeah.
That's he, like I said, as a judge of the people, so is himself. You know?
You get that St. John 8:44. So everyone is nothing but an extension, because on the matrix they talk about, you know, like, look, if they're plugged in, all right, they're nothing but a functioning program, all right, of the machine, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
All right, St. John 8:44.
Yep.
Ye are of your father the devil,
mm-hmm.
and the lust of your father you would do.
The lust of your father you would do. You know, going back to so is the judge, so are the people. And Esau Edom, all right, he is the judge, all right, and then he is the devil. See, when you understand the characters in the Bible, it makes more sense. So our people are doing nothing but acting like, all right, lower level Edomites, man. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. He was a murderer from the beginning.
Yep.
And abode not in truth.
Yep.
Because there is no truth in him.
There's no truth in him. All right. And that's why Yahushua said, ye are of your father the devil. You are of an extension of an Edomite. The way you think makes you an extension of an Edomite. You see? That's why even when you go into the red pill community, like Eve has been deceived for so long, because like Eve actually been in the matrix.
Yeah.
Like her self-image come for something that's false.
Mm-hmm.
Like Eve really thinks she equal. Eve really think, you know, the women in general, but especially Eve, because no one took on the feminism like our woman. But the nigga woman really thinks she's equal. The woman really think her value is just as much or valuable than the man.
Yeah, most of them have a superiority complex.
Yeah.
They think they're superior now.
Yeah. But see, that only works within the matrix.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when you unplug Eve from the matrix, she's lost.
Yeah.
She's delusional.
Yeah.
You like because when you get to talking about reality too,
Mm-hmm.
it's like what?
Yeah.
You know, her response don't even make sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just watch Kevin Samuels or you just watch the woman's rant on TikTok. The way they think and they respond to things, it don't even make sense with reality.
She's going off a program.
Yeah.
It's like people are computers, and Esau put a software program in them.
Yeah.
He put his mind in their mind.
Let's get 2 Thessalonians 2 and start at 9. You know, that's to show that our people, like you just said, bro, our people are a program of Esau Edom. Go ahead.
We'll start at verse 8.
You start at 8. Yep.
2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Yep.
And shall destroy the brightness of his coming.
Yep. And see, what's happening is the lies are being, all right, consumed by truth. You know, now truth is consuming this whole matrix program. All right. Now we can look at people in the matrix and we see how foolish they are. Talking about the wisdom of the Most High makes the wisdom of this world foolish, man. You see, we can look at it from a perspective of truth and see how foolish people really are, man. You know, go ahead.
Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan,
Yep.
with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Yeah, and he said, and then working goes into the Greek word energia, which translates to energy. So his energy is after Satan, all right, which is adverse to righteousness, man. So he, like we said earlier, he has programmed the masses of the earth to be, all right, anti-Messiah, anti-righteous, man. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 10, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
Yep, so this speaking of Jake, because it said that they might be saved, showing you that if they have a chance for salvation, they're talking about Israelites. So it said this Esau will come in the energy of Satan, deceiving those who hate the truth, man. You know? And our people, we have been programmed to hate righteousness, man. And it got to be Yahweh Shema Shai that snap you out of it, man. You know? Because other than that, you're going to love this way. You know? People are getting the juice because what? They love this way. They want to stay plugged in. You see? Yes.
Yeah. Just real quick. 1 Peter 4:3. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles, when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries.
Yep, that's when we was plugged into this system, man. All right? Because at the end of the day, Esau has clouded reality so much to everyone's confused. You see? Because here it is, our whole life we thought if we had a certain amount of money, all right, or reach a certain status, you know, get these particular women, you know, everything is gravy after that. But here it is, you have men, you know, that make hundreds of millions of dollars, and their wives want an open marriage. Here it is, she can have everything that she can possibly have. She has you have particular women that are in a position that less than 1% of women are in, man. You know, a fraction of 1% of women are in, but they still are not satisfied. This is a matrix, man. They're happy wife, happy life. That ain't true. You know? It's all a lie.
It's a moving target.
Yeah, it's all a lie, man. You know? You got it, bro.
1 Peter 4:4.
Yep.
Wherein they think it strange that you run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. Like the matrix turned against you.
Yep.
And once you woke up from the matrix, now the agents are after you.
Yep.
So you start getting attacked by demons. Like people, you clash with people.
Yep.
Because that's that spirit in them clashing with you, man.
Because it's people you can tell it's their life purpose, you know, to try to throw you off, man, to get you out of character, man, you know, or to try to draw you back into the matrix some type of way, man, you know. And that woman in the red dress, man, you see, as the elder apostle, you know, Ariam Live did the video this morning, beware, you know, and he was talking about that woman, man, because that's the main thing that'll pull Jake back into the matrix, man. Is that damn woman in the red dress, man. All right, they're harlot. You know? You go back to that sake that phone. Because at the end of the day, this whole society is nothing but a big delusion, man. Go ahead.
All right. 2 Thessalonians 2:9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
The love of the truth, go ahead.
And for this cause, Yahweh should send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie.
Yep.
That they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness.
Had pleasure in unrighteousness, man. All right? Pleasure in unrighteousness, man, because you got Jake that can't even stop getting the hairline, man. You got Jake that can't stop eating abominable foods, man. You got Jake that won't quit committing adultery, man. You know, being thieves, witchcrafts, which you know that dope boy shit, because that's witchcraft. All right, and pretty much it's you're participating in chemical warfare against your own people, man. You know, and here another thing, even with that whole the crack epidemic, the main one that's announced the war on drugs, proclaimed the war on drugs, Ronald Reagan and Daddy Bush. Those were the biggest dope boys to ever exist, man. You know, they was the one that was over the CIA, all right, bringing in all this tons and tons of cocaine. Because they said, look, here it is, you had tons of cocaine coming to America, but you couldn't get one Cuban cigar to America, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see? But then they put on this illusion that say no to drugs. But they're bringing the drugs in, man. You see, this thing is nothing but a gigantic matrix, man. You know? And if you plugged into it, because Esau needs you to believe every narrative. He just needs you to believe a few of his narratives, man, to keep you within his matrix, man. You know? And that's why repentance is pretty much like a glitch in the matrix. You know? Because now you have all these Israelites, you have the hopeful elect, all right, it's pretty much made a major glitch within this matrix, and these videos coming out, you know, is tearing down this program, man.
Yeah, it's like the analogy with the Wizard of Oz.
Yep.
You know, we're putting out that little man behind that big projection, man.
Yep.
You know?
I think that was it on that.
All right.
Get that what that 2 Corinthians 10 and 4. All right. Well, yeah, man, we have hacked into this man's matrix, man. You know, because even when you go into the new matrix, you know, you had like the new generation of you know, those people, you know, that was unplugged, you know, and pretty much they were showing you how their whole mission was all about unplugging, you know, other people, man. All right, and that's what we're doing as prophets, man. We're putting this word out, and through the Spirit of Yahweh Shema Oshah, people are becoming unplugged. The elect is becoming unplugged, man. Go ahead.
2 Corinthians 10 and 4. Yep. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds.
Yeah, it's mighty through Yahweh Shema Oshah, pulling down strongholds. And I want to get that word stronghold because at the end of the day, all right, everything starts with the mind. All right, that's where the war is at. You see, and like they say in the Matrix, if the people don't want to unplug, there's nothing you can do to unplug them, man. You know, it has to. That's why the scripture say what being born again. Because really, when Neo was in that pod, it was pretty much likened to an incubator. You know, it was like an incubator. He was born and everything is new, as the scriptures say.
That's where his name comes from.
Yeah,
Neo new.
Yeah. What's that? You get that 2 Corinthians 5:17. But I'm gonna get that word strongholds in the Greek. All right, because now this truth is tearing down strongholds, and like I say, it's pretty much unprogramming, you know, the elect that have been programmed, man. All right, because we was all victim of their programming. It says that word in Greek is
Strong's G 3794. Ahurama.
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 All right. It says of the arguments and reasoning by which a disputant endeavors to fortify his opinions and defend it against his opponent. And see, we've tore down these arguments of Christianity, man. John 3:16. Egyptologists, we done destroyed them arguments of Egyptologists and us being Egyptians. You know, we done destroy all those feminism, thug culture, street culture. The truth has destroyed all that, man. You can't make an argument to justify niggas doing what they doing, man. Or the nigga woman having the mind of a feminist. You can't justify that anymore.
Yeah, you know, and one thing said pulling out strongholds, right? You could protect the city with the stronghold, or you can imprison the city with the stronghold. So Jacob's mind was like unto a city that was imprisoned by these strongholds of doctrines. And we pulling down those strongholds. All right, you ready for that? 2 Corinthians 5:17. Therefore, if any man be in Yahushua, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new.
All things are become new. You see? And that's for men and women, you know, that believe, man, all things have to become new, man. That everything that we was taught, everything we was programmed to believe was off, man. You know? Especially because, see, the woman was more tainted, you know, than the man within the program. You see? Because the woman was completely removed out of her order and placed in an order that was off. You know?
Whereas a man, he still goes to work.
Yeah.
You know, he's
You know,
a provider.
he still had to play that basic role. Now he probably had some off, doctrine and belief system, but he was still within the role for the most part. Besides, them niggas that took on, street culture, because that's not even realistic. That's why the street culture only worked within their program.
Yeah, it only works within the matrix.
Yeah, you can't apply that. You can't take that and apply it into something else. Like you got Jake that try to take the street culture to work. They'll tell their supervisor, man, you snitching. Like, no, that's his job to snitch, you dumbass nigga. He's supposed to watch over your production, But Jake, they're snitching. Like, no, nigga. But niggas try to bring that prison street nigga mentality everywhere they go.
You can't bring this stuff, these mindsets into the natural world and build a society.
No.
So, make an effort to be a feminist within the Amish community.
Yep.
You're not gonna pull it off.
Yep.
That's how you know it's a BS mindset, because it doesn't work in the natural world.
Mm-hmm. And see, that's why Eve, Eve and Jake, both of them finna find out in a hard way, man, that they've been living in a false reality, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because they just used to food showing up. You all right? They just used to, having the cops at their disposal.
Yep.
They're used to the convenience of society function, all right, of a first class society up and running.
Yeah, because even the ambulance coming when you get shot.
Yep.
That's a first world privilege.
Yep.
Imagine, how many times Jake gets shot,
yep.
The ambulance comes?
Yep.
What's going to happen when the ambulance stops coming?
Mm-hmm.
You see?
It's a damn matrix, man. Because at the end of the day, we're tapping into something that's beyond this, man. Even when you go to look at in Isaiah 61, going to that imprisonment, man, because it's a prison within the mind. And there's a lot of people that's locked into these false realities, man. Yeah, bro.
61 and 1.
And 1, yep.
Isaiah 61 and 1. The spirit of Yahweh power is upon me, because Yahweh hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, and to proclaim liberty to the captives.
Yep.
And the openings of the prison to them that are bound.
The opening of the prison to them that are bound. Bound by what? The matrix, man. This way of thinking. All right? You got women that refuse to be submissive. They refuse to acknowledge her order, man. You got men, all right, that refuse to acknowledge the standards that's required of Israelite men. You see, they refuse. You got Jake that choose the streets over everything, man. Women that choose being promiscuous and having authority over everything, man. That's why even that stronghold of feminism, even when women find out they're Israelites, they still try to sneak it. Yeah, they try to sneak that feminist mindset in, man. Or with niggas, what they'll try to sneak that street culture into it, man.
It's uncomfortable
for
Jake to fully unplug for the matrix, because Jake doesn't know how to exist outside the model of being a nigga.
Yep.
Eve doesn't know how to exist outside the model of being Keisha.
Yep.
Like not shaving your beard,
yep.
not getting a hairline. Like Jake doesn't even know how to exist outside of that.
Yep. You get that. You get St. John 8, and because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shai is the only one, that can unplug, the elect from the matrix.
That's why the scripture says the truth shall set you free.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we're getting. That's spirit. St. John 8 and it's like 32.
Yep. St. John 8 and 32. And you should know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Yep. And jump to 36.
All right, St. John 8 and 36. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you should be free indeed.
You should be free indeed, man. Look at how we think, man. We live our lives, all right, content with what we got, waiting on the next rulership to come, man. Because we're free from chasing Keisha, man. All right, we're free from trying to be a platinum rapper, man. And you got Jake stuck in the matrix, but reality is happening. Because you have niggas in their 30s that didn't gain no type of skills during their life because they were stuck in that dream of being a platinum rapper, man. All right? You got Eve that lived her best life in the 20s because she's in her mind, well, when I got all these options, my inbox full, my you know, my TikTok banging, you know, I got views, likes,
Yeah.
and they equate that to that they gonna be able to get married when they want to. But see, during those times, they never acquired the skills of a wife and of a mother. So when it's time to get married, they through. See, when they try to unplug out the matrix, then jump into reality, like no,
You have no worth.
yeah, you have no worth.
Yeah.
You know, you only valuable within the matrix, which is a false value system, man.
It's like this is like a virtual reality.
Yep.
When you take that virtual reality helmet off, you go in the real world, you're
Yeah.
nobody.
Yeah.
You know?
So this is pretty much the truth. You know, Yahweh Shai has set us free. And when we in Yahweh Shai, you know, if we're truly of the elect, we can't be pulled back into it, man. And we're ended there with St. John 10 and you start at 26. Yeah.
St. John chapter 10, verse 26. But you believe not because you are not of my sheep, as I said unto you.
You know, so this is Yahweh Shai speaking of wicked niggas, the wicked leadership of our people at that time. And you're like, look, you don't believe because you're not of mine, man. Go ahead.
My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me.
So the sheep, all right, of Yahweh Shai, they hear Yahweh Shai voice within this matrix, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because pretty much Yahweh Shai shake, wake up, wake up.
Yeah.
It's
Leo.
it's a certain time.
Yeah.
You know, that Yahweh Shai gonna come to you and be like, wake up, man. And then you start unplugging, man. You know, go ahead.
All right, verse 28. And I mean, verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. Verse 28. And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand.
And neither shall any man pluck them out of his hand. Why? Because Yahweh Shai, all right, when you go into that word hand, it goes into controlling the destinies of men. So those that are of Yahweh Shai, he's going to pull them out the matrix, all right, and he's going to keep them and preserve them to the time of salvation. And pretty much it starts with protecting your mind. Because when you go into the ancient world, what the shepherd would do, they would build a fence of rocks around, you know, the sheep, and then they wouldn't build a door. The shepherd himself, he would sleep in that gap that he made, and he would be the actual door. That's why Yahweh Shai said, no man can enter into the fold unless they come through me. You see? Because that's what an ancient shepherd would do. So that's why pretty much the Most High has our mind fortified, and then Yahweh Shai is that doorkeeper, and Yahweh Shai is keeping madness out to keep so we won't get pulled back into the matrix, man. He's the good shepherd, man. You see, he's protecting the minds of the sheep while all these enchantments going out, man. You know, to preserve us for salvation, man. Lord will. You know? You got it, bro.
Hey, well, with that, we hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Hakadash. Never honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops, a great millstone rule well. Peace and blessings to the house of David the elect, Abba Baal, Shalom, Shalom.